Hey, I know you're busy keeping your production lines running, but if you manufacture supplements for your clients in the US and for once have even thought about launching your own 8 figures brand on Amazon without becoming a full-time Amazon operator, then this video might be worth a few minutes. Look, you already watch your clients make millions of dollars with very simple formulas that you have been producing for years, right? In fact, you're the one doing all the hard, unsexy work, believe it or not, okay? From sourcing raw materials, handling certifications, running tests, getting products ready to ship. But let's be honest, who gets the real upside? The exits, the we just hit 7-figure posts on LinkedIn, your clients. And it gets worse when you watch them squeeze you on price, argue over 50 cents a bottle, then turn around and sell that same product for a 5 to 6x markup on Amazon. And after all your work, what do you get? A few points of margin on production? How does that feel, knowing that you built the foundation for their $1 million brand, but you are still grinding on thin margins while they're planning their next exit? What would it mean for your business, for your family, if you were the one capturing all that upside instead of just watching it happen? And that's exactly why I'm recording this video in front of you, to show you how to change that story, how to leverage your manufacturing experience into starting your own 8 figures Amazon FBA brand without ever guessing what to sell or how to sell it in the first place. But first, let me give you 10 seconds of context on why I'm eligible to say about this. Okay, so I'm Malik. I'm the product guy behind some of the biggest supplement brands out there on Amazon that you would probably know as well, including Clean Nutra, Thinby, Venture Pals, Solaray, and many more. And just to show you it's legit, you can see that I recently onboarded Drops of Nature. They sell $20 million in supplements on Amazon. You can see our contact over here, and you can see the 5-star ratings left by the owner of this brand as well. Now let us get straight to the point. So we both know you can make a great product, right? We both know you already solved the hardest part. You have the facility, you have the certifications, you have the quality control, you have everything. But the number one thing that is standing between you and an 8-figure Amazon brand is that you don't know what to sell and how to market it. If you would have known that, okay, I have these many products and I know what to sell, I know what's in demand, I know what has less competition, and I know how to market it, then what's the problem, right? So these are the two questions that you need to answer for yourself. And this is what I call as the 50 options trap. And believe me, this is the number one thing that I've seen almost every manufacturer get stuck into, because as a manufacturer, you are dealing with hundreds of ingredients across formats that you specialize in, right? Like capsules, gummies, powders, soft gels, drops, etc. So when you ask yourself, what should we launch first? You don't get 2 or 3 answers, you get 50. And in that moment, every idea feels possible, right? Because you can technically make all of them, and that's exactly why it's so hard to decide. And stock formulas, well, they can't save you, okay? Sure, they're operationally brilliant, smooth to run, ingredients in stock, specs established, but strategically it doesn't make any sense, right? Because if you use those same formulas for your own brand, then you become just another label selling the same commodity product that you are already supplying to 5 other brands, some with tens of thousands of reviews on Amazon. So what's the solution here? This is what I call as the micro niches. I'm sure you have heard about this phrase before. The riches are in the micro niches, and honestly it couldn't be more true, because right now everyone's looking at the same keywords, the same reviews, the same listings as you, okay? So you can't really expect to stand out doing what everyone else is doing, and this is where micro niches comes into play. Now what is a micro niche? Well, everybody already knows about how to niche down from a broader market. But what I've personally seen working in the market is that all the big brands that I mentioned about before, they're starting to play in the realm of these micro niches. Now, what is a micro niche? A micro niche is a group of customers with very highly specific needs. And so when you're able to target or position a product towards that customer audience, it becomes easier to stand out because almost nobody is doing it. And so you have almost zero competition, and you can charge premium pricing for that product because you are the only option speaking directly to that customer avatar who nobody else in the industry is looking at, right? Let me show you some examples. So this is collagen. I'm sure you would be familiar with this, collagen powders. This is one of the most brutally competitive categories on Amazon if you don't know about that. I mean, look at the reviews over here, okay? 200,000 plus reviews on just one listing. That's insane, and that's brutally competitive. No, there's no way you can compete in that market, right? But guess what? We were able to identify a micro niche of customers who wanted collagen not for hair, skin, or nails, which everybody else was positioning their products for, but rather they wanted collagen for burning fat. And honestly, it makes sense as well, right? Because losing fat and getting in shape is part of the entire beauty stuff as well, right? Because the best beauty you can give to yourself is getting in shape. And you can see we launched this product, $126,000 in monthly revenue in just a few months of launch. You can see it's a collagen capsule for weight loss and fat loss. And look at the price over here. For anybody who has been in the industry long enough, he would probably know that this is a very premium price product, right? It has 90 capsules, 45 servings, and $57 for this one product. That's insane, and people were still buying it. And the reason behind that was because we were the only ones who were talking directly to that customer avatar, and so you instantly stand out in the minds of their customer. It creates this kind of visceral desire in their minds that, hey, this solution is made exactly for me, right? This is why it's very important to find these micro niches. Another great example, mushroom coffee. Now, you can, if you are lucky, you can extract 4 different micro niches from one niche itself. And this is a great example behind that. So this is mushroom coffees, okay? I'm sure you have heard about this. Now, again, remember, mushroom coffee is a niche in itself, right? Because you have coffee as a broader market, and then you have mushroom coffee, which is a niche market. And then what we are doing is that we are finding these micro niches, and I was able to identify 4 different micro niches, which is mushroom focused coffee, mushroom powder to add to a coffee or smoothies or all that stuff. You have mushroom slim coffee, you have mushroom beauty coffee. And guess what? We are now doing $180,000 plus in monthly revenue on Amazon every single month by just these 4 products. And by the way, we were able to hit those numbers within 10 months of launch. Another great example, mushroom gummies. Everybody was doing mushroom gummies for brain support, and this is where we came in and we did a mushroom gummies for sleep, right? Because there are mushrooms like reishi that really help you with sleep, relaxation, and calming effects. And look at this product. This product is targeting mushroom gummies for people who want it for sleep, for calm, for relaxation, right? And you can see this product is now becoming one of the best sellers in the mushroom category. And this is insane, right? Because everybody is doing like mushroom gummies for brain support, and this one guy just popped in with a micro niche strategy for sleep support, and now he is becoming one of the best sellers in the category. $318,000 in monthly revenue on Amazon per month. And you might be wondering, why does this matter? Well, it matters because by doing this, you won't have to compete in these commodity markets, right? Like magnesium, ashwagandha, probiotics. You won't have to compete in these big commodity markets that are dominated by all these big brands anyways. And because barely anybody is looking for these hidden pockets of demand that are ready to exploit, it works across all formats, okay? It works across capsules, powders, gummies, soft gels, liquids, drops, I mean, anything you name it. And let me remind you that micro niches are no longer optional but a necessity to sell on Amazon. Why? Because you're not just competing with Amazon sellers. If that's your misconception, you're wrong, because you are now in competition with people who are adopting an omni-channel strategy, which means sellers who are fueling their Amazon launches with TikTok. I'll explain this with an example. So look at Rosabella, for example, okay? They use TikTok to generate tens of millions of views for their Moringa capsules. And guess what? 30% of all Moringa searches on Amazon now start with their brand name. And so that's the competition you are up against. And that's why even if you hire the best creative agency or the best ads agency, you just cannot defeat these competitors whose customers are already pre-sold before they even hit the search results. So if TikTok is part of your entire launch strategy on top of a really clear micro niche product, if it is within your budget, then of course that is amazing, right? But if you're not driving outside traffic with TikTok just because you want to see traction with Amazon first, then you have to build a product that is so good that it sells because of its substance, not just its ads. And of course, by substance, I mean better formulation, better positioning, better packaging, and a smarter micro niche strategy, of course. And this is why you need micro niches, right? Because you'll always lose on ads to TikTok guys who will have a 3x higher conversion rate than you. And we have tested it, and these are actual real statistics that I'm showing you, right? People who combine Amazon plus TikTok are able to see 3 times higher conversion rate, 3 times higher click-through rate. They have 3 times better ad results than you. So you can't compete on just advertising strategy or a creative strategy. Your product has to be really good that it stands out in the market. Because once you work from the ground up, everything just tacks in your favor and your ads are going to convert better, because again, you are catering to an audience who is ready to buy your product because they're not finding anything like yours anywhere in the market. And so this is why you need micro niche, because the truth is that if you think you are different just because you have added 10 mg of something extra or your label color stands out, then think again, because if your product has no real defensibility, no moat, no unique ingredient strategy, no unique positioning, then the moment a big brand enters the market or your niche, you are done, my friend, right? Because by then it would already be too late. You will get dragged into price wars, your product will start to blend in the crowd, it will get more difficult to convert on ads, Amazon storage fees will start to rack up, and you start to lose money. And that's exactly why I built AMZ Product Lab, to help manufacturers like you turn your existing catalog or your existing product line into your own 8 figures Amazon brand without becoming a full-time Amazon operator. Because unlike most agencies that start with ads, I like to take a more product-centric approach to it. And you can see the results in front of your own eyes. We have done over $33.4 million in verified annually recurring revenue on Amazon for over 37 plus supplement brands, and we have a 94% plus launch success rate. Guess why? Because we never differentiate ourselves on advertising or on creative strategy. Of course, we come up in the market with the best creatives, with the best advertising strategy, but that is not the core focus of our brand, right? Our core focus is to lead with a really clear product in the market, and when you have a really clear product, everything will just start to move in your favor. Your ads will convert better, your creatives will convert better, everything will stack up in your favor, okay? Here are some real numbers behind a few of our clients' product launches on Amazon. So take a look at Liam, for example. Liam made over $2 million and secured the bestseller badge, and guess what? He did it in just 10 months using this entire micro niche strategy that I talked about. And he can't wait to buy his dream car. That's what he said to us back then. And this is James. He also onboarded in 2023, and look at him, $452,000 in monthly revenue using the same strategies that I talked about. This is Sophia. She took a very lucrative 7 figures exit from her Amazon business after scaling her supplement brand to those numbers with us. And these are just some of the many case studies that we have to show you. Right now is just me running my agency alone, and I want to keep it that way because that way I can really put my focus towards one partner, towards one brand, rather than just juggling multiple clients, because I honestly don't want to build this into kind of a typical service agency, right? I really see my clients as my own partners, and I really want the best for them, right? And so to make sure that they succeed, I need to make sure that I give enough time to their businesses, right? And so because of that, I can only onboard 2 new partners every month. So once those slots are filled, they're gone, okay? There will be no wait list, there will be no exceptions. And look, if you're not ready to commit to monthly retainers yet, I'm also comfortable working on performance-based structures, because I've been doing that with some of my former clients as well. Meaning, if I don't make you money, I don't get paid, period. It's that simple. That's how much conviction I have in my process and in my ability to execute at the highest level. So look, if you are thinking, yeah, our production lines are always busy with client work, but I'm ready to build my own dream brand on Amazon, then this might be worth a quick chat, okay? If you are interested, just click the button below, fill out a short form, and let's see if you're a good fit. And remember, I've only got 1 more spot open this month. After that, you'll be waiting until next month if I even have availability then. That said, I look forward to hearing from you. See you on the other side.